If your website ranks on Google, but ChatGPT never seems to recommend your business, well, this explainer is absolutely for you. Most companies out there believe that good SEO automatically equals AI visibility. But spoiler alert, it doesn't. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to dive deep into why dominating those traditional search results no longer guarantees that people can actually find you, and what really influences AI recommendations. Look, you might have poured years and probably a ton of budget into your SEO. You finally rank #1 for your primary keyword. Your domain authority is rock solid. You're feeling pretty good, right? But then millions of people ask ChatGPT for a recommendation in your exact category, and your brand is literally nowhere to be found. Instead, some smaller competitor gets the nod. It is incredibly frustrating. But if you're experiencing this, you're actually witnessing a fundamental, ground-up shift in how digital discovery works. So why exactly is this happening? Well, it turns out that AI completely ignores a lot of really well-ranked websites purely because it evaluates brands using totally different signals. The link graph that ranks you on Google and the citation graph that gets you mentioned by AI are two completely separate beasts. The sites with the highest domain rating in a given category, yeah, they're rarely the ones getting cited the most on ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Gemini. Section 1. Google links versus AI decisions. Here's the core difference. Google returns links. AI returns decisions. When someone searches Google for, say, CRM software, they get hit with endless pages of links. Basically, Google hands them a massive pile of research to do themselves. But when that same person asks an AI, hey, which CRM should I actually use? The AI usually just gives them 3 or 4 definitive recommendations. That difference is a total game changer for how brands get discovered. It creates this super narrow, winner-take-all dynamic. You're either in those top 3 slots, or you're just totally invisible. Section 2. The Great Citation Disconnect. Okay, this next metric, it totally shattered any illusion of safety I had. Based on an analysis of 15,000 prompts, only 12% of AI-cited URLs actually rank in Google's top 10 for that exact same query. Just 12%. That means your shiny #1 Google ranking simply doesn't automatically transfer over to AI platforms. Flipping that around, it means a massive 88% of AI citations are coming from sources completely outside those traditional top search rankings. AI platforms aren't just taking Google's top 10 and repackaging them for you. No way. They are bypassing those traditional results entirely to find their own unique sources. And here is the really staggering part. There's been a 61% collapse in organic click-through rates for queries that feature AI overviews. The clicks that used to make a #1 ranking so incredibly valuable, they're literally disappearing right in front of us. Users are getting their answers directly from the AI, so they never even need to visit your website. Your rank might still be there, sure, but the actual traffic it generates is shrinking fast. Section 3. The Brand Trust Ecosystem. Let's imagine 2 companies for a second. Company A is sitting pretty with the highest ranking on Google. They're heavily optimized, they've got all the backlinks, and they hit every targeted keyword perfectly. Now look at Company B. They only rank 5th, but they are constantly discussed on Reddit, highly recommended over on Quora, and industry experts are always bringing them up on LinkedIn. Well, when an AI answers a query, Company B actually has much stronger multi-platform trust signals to pull from. So, the absolutely crucial point here is that AI isn't just lazily picking the highest ranking page. It's choosing the brand that is backed up by collective evidence across the web. Practitioners are already noticing this. Traditional metrics matter way less than securing your visibility inside the AI's generated answer. And to get there, actual brand mentions drastically outweigh traditional SEO backlinks. You see, the biggest misconception out there is that AI just searches your website. It simply doesn't work that way. AI learns from a massive ecosystem. We're talking forums, third-party reviews, news outlets, community discussions, social content, and even technical documentation. Think about your own behavior for a second. When a friend asks you for a software recommendation, you don't just quote one company's homepage, right? You remember what you've read on forums or seen in reviews or caught on social media. Well, AI works in a surprisingly similar way. It weighs all that collective evidence. Section 4. Why startups outrank giants. This ecosystem reality explains why you'll frequently see agile startups appearing right alongside billion-dollar giants. When you break down what actually influences these AI recommendations, it is super eye-opening. Mentions in authoritative lists, you know those best of compilations, they drive a whopping 41% of AI recommendations. That's huge. Next up are awards at 18% and online reviews at 16%. These factors carry way more weight than traditional domain authority. So, a smaller competitor with lots of listicle mentions and a ton of positive customer reviews, they're building the exact kind of confidence signals that AI platforms absolutely crave. And it gets even deeper, because AI models use this process called query fanout. Here's how it works. When someone asks a complex question, the AI doesn't just run one search. It breaks that single prompt down into 8 or more subqueries to gather real context. Because of this fan-out effect, up to 60% of its sources don't even come from standard search results for your original keyword. It's pulling from entirely different resource pools, which is exactly why having a broad ecosystem presence is so vital. Oh, and we have to talk about recency bias, because AI has a severe case of it. It relies incredibly heavily on fresh content. In fact, it pulls 71% of its citations from material published just within the last 3 years. Think about what that means. If your brand built a stellar reputation 5 years ago, but you lack recent mentions, well, you effectively just fall right out of the AI's active memory. Section 5. Winning the AI recommendation. So, businesses really need to shift their mindset from just optimizing single pages to building a trusted brand. Take a look at this. A massive 72% of pages that get frequently cited by AI use schema markup. That proves that AI heavily rewards structured, easily extractable data over just raw keyword ranking. AI systems need to break content into chunks. They want to clearly parse your FAQs, your tables, and your structured data so they can confidently quote you as a reliable source. All right, to actually succeed here, you have to stop asking how do we rank higher and start asking where does our brand exist online? Here are the exact steps. First, audit your AI visibility completely separately from your SEO metrics. I mean, literally type prompts into the AIs to see if you even show up. Second, optimize your site for extractability. Use that schema markup and clear FAQ sections. Third, relentlessly build third-party mentions on review sites, forums, and communities. And fourth, update your content frequently to feed that recency bias we talked about. You have to ensure your brand exists online exactly where the AI is already looking. Because at the end of the day, the future of marketing isn't just about fighting tooth and nail for a ranking position on a single search engine. It's about becoming a comprehensively trusted brand across the entire internet. The companies that are actively building that collective trust today, those are the exact ones AI is most likely to recommend tomorrow. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. When AI scours the web to answer a user's question, will it find a widespread trail of trust leading right to your brand, or will it find nothing but a lonely website? Thanks for joining me on this explainer.